Your 12 hours to find the killer wolf has passed. It is now time to begin the wolf trial. Our numbers sure have shrunk. We've cooperated, just let us go. I too want to go home and just be a recluse again. If you want to get out of here, then you'll have to execute a wolf. We await your deduction. Well then, let us start the wolf trial. Wow, I've sure gotten used to these trials. Really? No matter how many times, I'll never get used to this awful feeling. Enough with the brainless chatter. The sooner we find the wolf, the sooner this is over. There's something I want to say before we start. The truth is, I found something I want everyone to see. Something for us to see? Yeah, I found it when I was inspecting Yuto's body. At Yuto's crime scene, I found a very important clue connected to the wolf. A clue connected to the wolf? Well, what is it? Beside Yuto's body, I found this dying message left behind. A dying message? Really? It looks like it was written in blood. These letters are K-O-U. Ko? Huh? Seriously? Ko's name was written? Oh, yeah. Me and Yukinari found that. That's why we decided that the one who killed Yuto was Ko. So, you're saying the wolf that killed Yuto was Ko? Ko, do you have an explanation for this? Huh? Hey! What's with the Don't start talking in that nasally tone. Hey, Yukinari. Don't tell me that you seriously believe that Yuto wrote those bloody letters. Huh? Well, I don't know how else you'd look at this dying message. This dying message was intentionally made up to make you believe exactly that. It was intentional? I too also inspected Yuto's body and found that dying message. There's no way that Yuto wrote that. Huh? So Ko's saying someone else did it to shift the blame onto someone else? Exactly. How can you say that so confidently? When we all found Yuto, wasn't his entire body being electrocuted? When someone is electrocuted, they cannot control their body. That's why it's impossible. Yes, it's just as Ko says. When someone is electrocuted, even to write letters would be nearly impossible. Oh, okay then. Oh, I get it now. That's why you were so suspicious of me, Yukinari. Looks like the killer was able to fool you. Ugh. It's just like Ko says. I played right along. I was tricked by the wolf. I wonder why the wolf this time thought it would be wise to try and frame me. I don't know who they are, but that slip will be your undoing. So then, now that we no longer suspect Ko, shall we discuss the details of the case? I guess so. Well, firstly, the victim this time is Yuto. We found him being electrocuted to death in the shower room. Before that happened, the entire building was in a blackout. Was this a blackout? A coincidence for the wolf, perhaps? No, I don't believe the power outage was a coincidence. We know the wolf was behind the power outage. Chains on the breaker? Yeah, wrapped up like this, there's no way you can flip the breaker switches back on. This was most likely done by the wolf to buy time, so that the moment the power returned, they could be there to witness Yuto being electrocuted without any suspicion. But then, I wonder why Yuto was so weak while being electrocuted. Yeah, normally it'd be strange to not fight back. I wonder how they managed to get him to keep from moving. Looking at Yuto's body, it's not like they used any ropes to secure him or anything. Then how? Is that a towel? Yeah, it was found nearby Yuto's body. And more importantly, this towel has a medicinal smell on it. Medicinal smell? This is definitely chloroform. Chloroform? Haven't you seen this in a drama or a manga? If you inhale this chemical, you'll pass out. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. So the culprit used this chemical to knock Yuto out. Yeah, and after the wolf knocked Yuto out, they soaked the area where Yuto's body was and prepared that broken hairdryer alongside him. Then they set up the breaker so they could return to the scene of the crime. The second the power came back, they were there to watch him be electrocuted. I see. That does seem to be how the wolf did it. That's all good and all, but who is the wolf? That all seemed to be such a huge plan to kill someone. Were there any witnesses? The truth is, there's a video of the culprit on Yuto's game player. Huh? What? A video of the killer? You found something like that? A video of the killer? What decisive evidence? If you had something like that, you should have started with that. Sorry. I wanted to let everyone know about the dying message first. Anyway, please watch this video. Is that Yuto? Yeah, Yuto was using the game's player's camera to take videos. Seriously? I knew that guy was a gamer, but this... I'll show you just before the killer appears. Seriously. Huh? It ends there? Hey now, it ended right in the middle. Still, this video is a clue to who the killer is. Without seeing their face, it means nothing. But then, why did it end in the middle? I don't really know why. By chance, is the data on there filled up? Data filled up? You know something about this? I too play a lot of games. If the data is all filled up, then it could be the reason why the video stopped halfway. Wow, so that can happen. Hey, look! It's just like Chie said. The data on this video game is all full. That's just what it looked like. Oh? Did you notice something, Chie? Yeah, the space on this game player is really small. Yeah, you would need an SD card to really use this thing. But it doesn't look like Yuto carried an SD card around. Yuto didn't have an SD card. Why does that sound weird? That's... please look at this. What is this? It looks like a case you put an SD card into. Yeah, in fact, this case... I found it with a memo inside written from Yuto in his pocket. And inside this case was a hint about Yuto's belongings. In other words, since this case was with Yuto's other things, then he most likely owns an SD card too. But didn't we look thoroughly through Yuto's belongings? I never found an SD card. Or maybe Yuto dropped it somewhere. Maybe the culprit took it out from inside the game player.
Huh? Whatever for?
Well, of course. They didn't want anybody to see them in that video. Initially, when Yuto was filming that video, it was using the game player's main storage space. And exactly at the moment of the crime, the main memory ran out. As the video continued, it started to save on the SD card. And the culprit must have known that Yuto was taking a video. They must have realized they would be captured on that video. That's why they took the SD card with them. I see. And they had to do it in a hurry. They didn't realize that half the video was on the main player's memory as evidence. Wouldn't they have disposed of the SD card somehow? Dispose the SD card? Can it be... Ko, what is it?